Welcome back to the third episode of Sauce. My name is Leonai Van Putten, and today we'll be making garlic and honey chicken with sides of wild rice and broccoli, and to finish it off, a dessert of coconut ice cream topped with fried bananas. Let's get into it. My 2 1/4 cups of water is boiling at this point, so we're going to add in the 8 ounces of wild rice and let it simmer for about 45 to 50 minutes. Let's get into it. As we let the rice boil, let's get into making the chicken. Today, we'll be seasoning our chicken with salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Let's go. So you just want to get some light peppering, depending on your view of pepper. Generous amount of salt. Garlic powder for flavor, of course, because garlic, as we know, is one of the most flavorful things when cooking. There we are. And then we're just going to mix it up, make sure it's all coated before we throw it in the pan. Make sure to mix it around and cover every side of the chicken in seasoning so you have a well-balanced and seasoned chicken thigh. And let's get ready to throw it into the pan. Remember, when handling raw chicken, wash your hands in between touching it and doing other things so you don't get sick. Tip of the day, add a tablespoon of butter to your rice to make it nice and creamy, 10 times better. Just stir that in. Now we're going to prepare the pan for the chicken. Just going to turn it on to a medium-high heat, add in a tablespoon of butter. Let's go. Now that we've let the chicken marinate for a little bit, we're going to throw it in the buttered pan on medium-high heat. Sear the chicken on both sides on medium-high heat until golden brown and cooked through. As with most recipes, we're going to use garlic. It's a fundamental of the kitchen. Let's mince it up and press it and then throw it in with the chicken. As always, make sure to mince up the garlic fine to really release all the flavors and not have big chunks of garlic in your dish. I've just filled up my garlic presser with the 4 chopped up cloves of garlic. Now I'm going to press it to get it even finer. So this makes a sort of garlic puree and really releases all the flavor and all the juice. Make sure to get all the excess garlic out of your press so you're not wasting any good garlic. It's like gold in the kitchen. Okay, one side of the chicken is seared, so we're going to flip it. Make sure the other side is seared. And make sure it's cooked through. You don't want raw chicken, so be careful when cooking chicken. Better to overcook than undercook. See how it's nice golden brown? This is a great color for your chicken, and it means you've cooked it well. So the chicken looks pretty well cooked, but I'm just going to make sure to check, see if there's any pink on the inside. Don't want to get no salmonella. Still a little bit of pink, so we're just going to give it another couple minutes. Preheat the oven to 400 for the broccoli. Now that the chicken's been thoroughly cooked, we're going to add in our minced garlic, honey, and soy sauce for the flavor. Make sure to kind of spread out the garlic all in the pan. This is going to provide a large amount of the flavor. So those are 4 cloves of garlic. We're adding in now a 1/4 cup of honey. Just drizzle it on. The honey will add some great sweetness to the dish. Great. And now we're adding in a teaspoon of soy sauce. So this will add some salt, some sodium. We've already got garlic flavor, sweet, and now we're just adding in some salt. And this brings the whole dish together. So let that simmer off for about 3 to 4 minutes, get all the flavors in together. Okay. All right, all the ingredients are with our chicken. Now let that simmer off for 3 to 4 minutes and it'll be tasty. I'll just do a little tester. So now we're gonna cut up the broccoli to throw into the oven. So we just cut at the stalk, get that all apart, and then just cut the little trees right off. Our chicken's looking great. It's just about done. The honey's caramelized. It's looking fantastic, and we're gonna take it off the heat and just let it sit to the side for a little bit as it cools off. So now the rice is almost fully cooked. We're gonna take it off the heat and let it simmer for another 10 minutes to really finish it off. So now that we've cut up the broccoli, we're gonna put it on the baking sheet. Just spread it out nice and evenly. We're doing a baked broccoli today. Preheated the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna be adding some olive oil, salt, and pepper, just simple. So you want a little bit of spacing on your broccoli, but don't sweat the spacing too badly. It's not like French fries where they will all stick together. And the oven is done. Perfect. Now I'm gonna season the broccoli with simple olive oil, salt, and pepper. Just gonna get a nice drizzle over it. Beautiful. Light pepper. I'm a big fan of pepper. And just add some sea salt. Now we're just gonna mix it up, make sure every piece of broccoli is nicely coated in the olive oil, salt, and pepper coating before we throw it in the oven. We're going to put our seasoned broccoli in the oven for 15 minutes. As the broccoli is baking in the oven, I'm going to start on the dessert. Today, we're going to be having vanilla ice cream topped with caramelized banana and a coconut sauce. In order to caramelize my bananas, I'm going to start by adding 2 tablespoons of light brown sugar to my heated pan. This sugar is going to melt and create the caramel for the banana. Just cutting our bananas up into little slivers and pieces, just so they can caramelize easily. We're going to be getting a nice coat of caramelized brown sugar on these, and we will then make a coconut sauce and top that all over ice cream. So here are 2 tablespoons of caramelized brown sugar. We're now going to be adding in the bananas and just going to caramelize them on both sides for about 3 to 4 minutes. We're now going to flip our caramelizing bananas. So you see how they have a nice coat on one side. I'm now going to take my bananas off since they have finished caramelizing. I'm now going to add 150 milliliters of coconut milk to make the coconut sauce. It's going to mix with the caramelized brown sugar and make a great sauce for our dessert. I'm going to add a pinch of salt to the coconut milk sauce just for a little different flavor. Now I'm going to plate the dessert. We're going to get a healthy scoop of vanilla ice cream. Add our caramelized banana. Next, sprinkle with a little of the coconut sauce we made. And lastly, top with coconut flakes. Okay. Our broccoli's done, so let's take it out. Now that everything's cooked, let's plate our meal. So first off, let's lay down a nice bed of rice for the chicken. A few scoops should do. This is our wild rice, of course. Make a nice little home for the chicken there. Next, let's add our broccoli, our baked broccoli with olive oil, salt, and pepper. So now that we've added a nice helping of that, let's add our chicken. Get a beautiful piece of honey garlic chicken. Place it right in the middle there. Lastly, let's get some of the sauce that we've been working so hard on and just drizzle it over the top. Thank you for joining me on episode 3 of Sauce, where I constructed a beautiful meal made up of garlic and honey chicken with wild rice and oven baked broccoli. Also, little dessert, little bonus on this episode. Vanilla ice cream with caramelized bananas, a little coconut sauce, and a little coconut over the top. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. My name is Leonid Van Putten. Thank you for tuning in to episode 3 of Sauce. Now let's dig in.